So it's very significant to find a woman that has a woman. It's very significant to find a kitchen. Okay, let me try that again.
A woman that has a kitchen.
So it's very significant. Okay. So tell me, are you ready for your internship? I don't think I am. Hi guys, welcome to this video.
Hi.
My name is Moyo if you're new, and you're so welcome to She Bites. Today I have a special guest with me.
I'm Stuti. Maureen, I'm the best friend, not you.
Okay. So this is Stuti. Right now she's doing her internship at Het Gebaar. So we're both doing Master Talent internships. She's here in Antwerp, so I just came to see her today. So tell us a bit about your internship.
Well, it's been a month and a half since I've been at this place, and I'm having a really good time here. So my restaurant, Het Gebaar, it's 1 Michelin. We only serve lunch, and it's run by the chef called Chef Roger Van Dam. He's a Belgian celebrity chef, and he's actually quite famous in Belgium. I recently got to know.
So the thing about Het Gebaar is that it's really interesting because there is a full menu, but it's really from a pastry chef's perspective. I really feel that if you eat here, you'll be able to see the pastry entwined in the regular food. Will you say that?
But yeah, I agree with what you're saying. That's actually very true.
Great. So the first thing is, I feel that you've had a really interesting time here because obviously you're Indian, and then you've been able to give them some influences, some taste of your culture, and obviously you just went home and you just came back and you brought so many spices and stuff for them. So tell us, how has that been? How have you been able to present who you are to them, and they've accepted, you know, your diversity, your flavors? How has that gone? But how have they been able to accept what you do?
Well, first of all, they really appreciate all their interns, and they really embrace the fact that they're from different parts of the world, and they've had interns before me as well. Some from, I think there was this one girl from Mexico. The others I don't know about in specific, but this one girl from Mexico as well. They really embraced the culture as well. So I think, I've opted for a pastry internship in Het Gebaar, but occasionally, actually every day, for a few hours of the day, they put me in the hot kitchen as well. I help them to assemble the amuse-bouche, and it's like a taco. And so I help them assemble the tacos. And one day the chef comes up to me and he asks me if there's anything Indian that they can just drop in the taco, and well, I could think of a lot of ideas. So I brought him a few samples the next week, and there were a lot of things he really liked, and he said he wanted more, so I brought more samples the week after, and I got like 6-7 things for him to try, and out of them, almost all of them he really liked, and he incorporated them in the menus in certain ways. And I think 2 weeks after that, I was actually teaching them in the kitchen how to make all of that stuff, which was really, really exciting for them, because they had never really seen a spice box and things like that before. Yeah, I feel like everyone gets really wowed by the excited by the spice box.
Yeah, so that's really lovely. I mean, it seems to be that Het Gebaar is really going to be a place where you can share your culture, and they're also able to adapt and take things from where you're coming from, which is so nice and so interesting.
Yeah, they really like it. In fact, I just came back from home, like you just said, and I got all of them these spice boxes. They were really happy with the spice boxes. And one of my chefs, she literally just made pasta and she sprinkled a little garam masala on top. So,
Aww, that's so nice. But then the next thing I want to talk about is, you said that your kitchen is very feminist. Now, something that we don't see in many kitchens all over the world is the presence of women because of certain societal norms or because of the way that women choose to live their lives.
Okay.
So it's very significant to find a kitchen that has a lot of women in it, and they're young women, and they're also in quite good positions in Het Gebaar, in controlling positions. So how has that been for you?
Okay.
Did you expect that, and how did you find it?
Okay, so when I first came to Het Gebaar, my first day, the sous chef wasn't here. He was off for a week. So it was literally 4 girls in pastry plus me. So that's 5 girls in pastry. Plus in the main kitchen, the hot kitchen, there were 2 guys and 1 girl. And out of the 3 of them, the 1 girl, she's the sous chef's right hand. So she was in charge of everything. So I found it really cool the fact that 2 women are in charge of both the kitchens. And yeah, like everyone listens to them. It's all about hierarchy in these kitchens, which is really nice. Everyone has a lot of respect for each other, and yep, everyone does the job really well.
Yeah, that's definitely very nice. And I think as women going into this industry is also very inspirational to be able to see that, you know, they're in these positions, and it also reinforces the fact that it's achievable not only in your own restaurant, but you can also work somewhere and be respected as a woman in these kitchens.
Yeah, and it's really funny because they're not even, all of them, they're not even that old. They're probably, the oldest is probably 25 out of all of these girls. So like imagine at 25, you're in charge of one of the kitchens in a restaurant like Het Gebaar. That's actually very impressive.
So basically my next question is, your first internship was at Victoria Jungfrau in Switzerland. So you've gone from working in Switzerland now to Belgium, but then also from working in a more casual restaurant to this one Michelin now. How has the progression between those 2 restaurants, how has it affected you? Maybe the way you view food, or also the way that you work? How has it impacted the way that you look at this industry in general?
So first of all, I feel like working in a hotel versus working in a restaurant is altogether really, really different. So
okay, true.
There's a comparison right there. And secondly, working in a hotel in a casual dining versus working in a, are you proud of me? I didn't say versus working in a hotel which is fine dining. Again, it's like there's a huge difference. So first of all, I shouldn't say this, but in my previous internship, everyone in the kitchen was Italian. I don't know if that makes a difference, but for me it does.
No, it's also about diversity though.
Yeah. So everyone in that kitchen was Italian. They were all speaking Italian, and only 1 or 2 people in the kitchen could speak fluent English. Whereas in this internship, I'm really surprised, but almost everyone in Belgium that I've come across can speak in English, which is really, really helpful.
Yeah.
Helpful and yeah, I mean, at least in the kitchen, you're not confused about, you know, what you have to do, because everyone understands what you're trying to say correctly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a huge difference. Second difference, I would say this kitchen, they're super, super particular about everything. Also keeping in mind that now I'm doing pastry, and in pastry, if you ruin something, then you have to start from scratch. You can't just, you know, improvise. I mean, no, you can't improvise, especially when there has to be consistency. You can't. So they're super, super particular about everything, even things like the sun. Even things like, you know, where you keep something after you use it, the smallest of things like a torchon. Even things like that, you have to be very particular about where you keep them. Even things like, for example, if you just you know, you use a hot pot, you have to put a cloth underneath before you put it on the counter, because in a pastry kitchen, if you imagine put some mousse balls or something on top, your work just, you know, it's gone. Yeah, they're very particular, even about how you store things, everything. I mean, they're just super particular. That's all I can say. That's how particular they are, which is really good, because over time you get so used to, you know, being so particular that you just kind of imbibe that
routine. Like you get used to the routine. But then that also makes me think about some things that Chef David used to say about, like, when you get to these places, you have to be ready to, you know, do your mise en place in a really top way. You have to be ready to, like, be organized. And I feel like it makes things come full circle, because then why am I still talking? Anyways, it makes things come full circle, because then you realize how stuff that your, like, chef instructor said before actually does matter, and it actually does apply in real life.
Yep.
Because I think he used to say that to us a lot.
That's very true.
Yeah. So one last question I have for you is, what advice do you have for people who want to come to Het Gebaar, for example, who want to do pastry plus fine dining, or who just want to come for a Master Talent internship? What advice do you have? Like, what would you say to them to maybe make them more prepared, or what do you wish you knew before you came here?
Well, there's nothing as such along the lines of what I wish I knew before I came here, because I think when I think about, you know, joining a new place, for me, I don't really worry much about what's going to happen, because I just have this feeling that, you know, when I get there, I'll just manage somehow. There's no point wondering about it before.
Yeah, you don't even ponder,
Yeah, you're just wasting time. So nothing along the lines of that. But what you should know if you want to come to Het Gebaar is that, first of all, it's a really nice place. The people are super nice. Everyone's really friendly. And you know, it's very possible for you to have a professional relationship and a personal relationship with all the people at the same time. Like, you know, you can do something wrong, you can mess something up, and they might get angry at you, or you know, you might, you know, do something wrong, but like in the next 5 minutes you're friendly. And it's not like a person is double-sided or something. They just know there's a distinction.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know how to explain it, but that's just how it is.
Like, they don't hold grudges. They're able to move past, like, it's done, we've corrected you and we can move forward.
Yeah, we've corrected you, just don't do this again.
Yeah.
End of story. Yep, so that's super nice. The people are really nice. Second of all, okay, so some people do crazy hours. Like, I know you're doing 15 hours, 16 hours. That's crazy. So in Het Gebaar, you end up working around 12 hours a day, which in the culinary world is not
Too
ridiculous.
bad,
It's
yeah,
not crazy.
it's good.
But those 12 hours, you're going to be working every second of those 12 hours.
Yeah.
It's like a straight shift. You have to really, you know, just keep going. It's really fast paced. But after like the first 2 weeks, time just flies by. So that's really good. Another thing to keep in mind if you want to join Het Gebaar is that so when we're in school, we really, you know, when we work in the fine dining kitchen, we really prep ourselves on how, you know, fine dining would be in a hot kitchen. But over here, each dessert, it's super complicated, you could say. There's a lot of finesse in each and every plate, and every dessert actually takes up to 7 to 8 minutes to plate. So I would say I don't really have any pastry experience working. I just have experience, you know, from back home, what I did myself and what I did in school. But that doesn't really prepare you to, you know, to be fast and be good at pastry. I feel like it's very different from being in the hot kitchen. So just keep in mind that it'll take you a while if you haven't worked in pastry before to get used to everything. And yeah, I think that's about it for Het Gebaar. And an additional thing, so Het Gebaar is located in Antwerp, and I personally think that Belgium, like Antwerp is a great place to live, but even Belgium in general is an amazing place to live in. Really, you're in a big city like I am, but it's really, really nice. The people are really nice, the vibe's really nice, the culture is really nice as well, and the food scene is electric, as Jay says.
Exactly. So I have to apologize for this sun. It's like it's chasing us. Like we've shifted in direction, but it's still coming. The brown skin girl glow cannot be stopped. You understand? It cannot be shaken. But thank you so much for being here with me today, Stuti. Thank you for sharing your experience with us.
You're welcome.
For your information, you guys, we're actually sitting in the plant. What's it called?
Botanical garden.
Okay, we're sitting in the botanical garden, which is right next to Het Gebaar.
This is where we get our flowers from for garnish.
That's so amazing. So you're going to see some pictures and stuff like that. We'll go around in it a bit. So yeah, so where are you going next for your next internship?
So my next internship is from the 18th of October. It's in Antwerp as well. It's in this place that does chocolate and ice cream, and it's pronounced Heetsk. It's a Dutch name, so I'm not very sure.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you so much, and see you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching this video. Like if you haven't already, subscribe, share with your friends and family who you think will be interested, and remember what we're all about. Are you ready for your internship? Bye guys.
Hi.
See how I'm shining? Like, what is this?
Wait, I wanna. Oh my god.
We should take a picture.
And the picture and tell it to you. And they're all really, they were.
So it's very significant to find a woman that has a woman. It's very significant to find a kitchen. Okay, don't try that again.
A woman that has a kitchen.
So it's very significant. Okay. Oh, the sun. Okay.
Yeah. As long as you know, hopefully, like I'm just saying random facts here. It's like an essay.
It's fine.
And the chef's name.
Keep going.
One day, I feel like I'm telling a story now.
No, it's good. We want to hear you. We want to hear your story.
Am I ruining your video by talking in the middle?
No, it's fine. Go on.
Okay.
We'll do bloopers.
I just feel like I'm telling a whole story now. You know what I mean?
Okay, start from one day. We'll talk.
Okay.
I think Europeans can see, you know, different, like where we come from as a bit too different, too spicy, maybe too, you know, sour or whatever. But then how have they been able to accept what you do? We're going to pause now. It's okay.
Yep.
Andere locaties zoeken we altijd over mij. Ik heb zo gezegd dat ik mijn ouders.
Level up.